Dismus, there's already backlash and that opposition from some of the members from UDA when it comes to the possibility of ODM getting high-level seats come 2027. What political events do you foresee when it comes to the run-up to the 2027 elections and this political marriage going forward?
One suspects that as we approach 2027, President Ruto's sole intention is to get a second term. And the second term, there are many permutations and combinations. And you know, President Ruto said last evening that he's a founder member of ODM. So the probability does in fact exist that Ruto may end up being the ODM candidate. He can decide to tell Kenya Kwanza or UDA that let's go back home. In any event, the top leadership of Kenya Kwanza, all of them are, founder members of ODM or Pentagon. You can talk about Musalia Mudavadi, who was a Pentagon member. So the probability does exist that that Ruto could actually be an ODM candidate. And in my view, what is going to happen is for them to look at the permutations and combinations and look at the numbers. But for the gentleman who has just spoken, you'd recall that during the time of President Moi, you had Kariuki Jotara, Mulu Mutisia, and Sharif Nassi, who were used to test the waters. But what the senator has indicated, I think is, it just, we understand that in kingdoms you have those, the charlatans. People just come and speak issues because most of the time what Senator Cherargei says, you begin to wonder whether he has subjected his statements to any logic, or he's just making populist statements, which may even injure the UDA ODM relationship.
Should his remarks be taken lightly?
No. You can. I mean, for people who've got expertise in politics, you cannot take his remarks lightly because, again, the probability does exist that he's been sent as a messenger to go and test the waters. And another probability is that he's been on the extreme side. He just speaks. I mean, don't you remember the other day, he made a statement, and when he was cornered, he said, he reviewed his position. When he said, wait a minute, if Kenyans go to maybe Uganda or Tanzania and they make mistakes, he said something about Finya, and then you bring them to Malize. You know, the normal meaning of Finya or letter to Malize, it means torture and killing. And his statements were unacceptable. But again, on that point, one has to give credit to Musalia Mudavadi and our ambassador Joash Mangi in Uganda for working the diplomatic channels to ensure that the Kenyans who were in that part of the world actually came back. But this gentleman called Cherargei, if he had a blank check, he had said Finya Wao and then later to Malize.
Okay.
And you see, this is somebody who has been elected to defend Kenyans' interest.
Right.
So while the statements appear reckless, but for political observers, you need to pay attention because it's probably a messenger. Right.
Dismus, I want us to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be finalizing on the conversation, just taking a look at the future of the party. Come 2027, both ODM and UDA are big powerhouses. Will they still be able to be there when it comes to 2027? We're taking a short break. This is TV47 Weekend Edition. Don't go too far.